everyone, my name is Peter Wolff and welcome to this week's Wolff College of Coffee vlog. Today we're going to be talking about using UV light or black light to help as part of your assessment process for green coffee. And I find it's nothing new. It's certainly something that's been around since the mid-1970s from memory. And so by using a blue light or UV light as an assessment to looking at the colour of your green coffee, it's a way of actually being able to detect over fermentation of the coffee and also any bacteria that may be also present in the green coffee. And this is because it's exposed under the ultraviolet light and it becomes fluorescence showing up in that. One of the things, as a general precautionary measure, that if you are using ultraviolet light or UV black light, then it's very important that you wear UV filtering glasses. We have these ones here. Look, you can get them anywhere. We got theirs from the hardware store. These have a UV filter on it because it filters out the UV light. You can use computer glasses or preferably those that are a yellow ambient sort of lens. And these can be picked up quite cheaply from any discount stores or eBay or alike. So I guess the key thing about understanding that this particular process is that it's identifying the amount of possible defect that may be present in your sample. And look, it is fair to say that you may see small amounts throughout that sample. This forms one part of the total evaluation, but obviously when we're looking at the green coffee as it stands here like this, visually it's very hard to detect if there is any sort of spoil in terms of either fermentation or bacteria. So by exposing it, by using the UV light or the black light like this, you will then obviously see the spoilt coffee will glow or become a whitish sort of colour, and then it's really up to you to make that sort of assessment in terms of how much is presently there. What I've tended to find in my experience with using this technique is I tend to helps me understand that this particular coffee will tend to age a lot faster, and you'll find that it gets that sort of older sort of flavour. It tends to go a little bit softer and roast a little bit quicker. And obviously, if there is enough of this, particularly within the sample, then it has a very distinctive off or flavour defect. And so, as you know, in terms of this defect, it doesn't detect any other of the defects like full blacks or partial blacks. So this is definitely dealing only with sort of fermentation and bacterial damage as well. That's a good little tip. You can buy these fairly cheaply. Again, sporting, fishing, boating, camping shops, hardware stores. Again, I got this one from eBay, and I think from memory it was only $10 or $15. It's fairly ineffective, but it's a really fairly inexpensive, but a really effective tool. Certainly something I recommend that you do buy. And then when your green coffee samples come in, you can check them very simply for fermentation and bacteria. My name is Peter Wolff. Thank you for watching the Wolff College of Coffee today. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe, share it with your friends, and thank you for watching.